This is video 1 of parental engagement. What is it and why is it important? In this video, we will present definitions and examples of parental engagement. Let's begin with the question. Did you as a child and young adult have an example in your own home life of parents being engaged as a teacher in your education? Research indicates that most parents do not have a working model of what parental engagement would be. To understand this, we need a brief lesson in history. In biblical culture, parents were completely engaged in the teaching of their children. Then in the United States, parents began to cooperate with church communities in the teaching of their children. And over time, the responsibility for teaching shifted to churches and then governmental agencies. The production approach to education was introduced in the mid-19th century, where students were grouped in classrooms by age and not ability. By the mid-20th century, the cultural norm was to expect public schools to provide for the education of their children and for the church to provide for their faith development. Gradually, parents stopped seeing themselves in this role. For many, the living example of parents teaching children was lost, leaving the next generations without a template to follow. However, there is a movement to re-engage parents as teachers of their children that has the potential of reversing this generational trend, not only for individual families, but for culture as well. Let's look at some definitions and examples of parental engagement. Parental engagement is foundational for student success. Parental engagement has been defined as school engagement as well as engagement in the home. School engagement includes communication with teachers regarding student progress, attending parent-teacher conferences, understanding expected school, grade level, and curriculum goals and assessments, helping with assigned homework, communicating concerns with teachers or administrators, coordinating special needs accommodations, and acknowledging and celebrating a student's documented schoolwork. What is home engagement? Home engagement includes parental love and encouragement, making a conducive place to study in the home, providing intellectually stimulating activities, educational planning, guidance and assistance, being an example, and advocating and finding resources. All of these are what engagement in the home looks like. Now let's look at some examples of each of these. Showing parental love through consistently expressed and demonstrated love in the home, talking with students about the things they are seeing, experiencing, or feeling, helping them through rough times and coping with stress, and maintaining meaningful family rituals. Providing encouragement through showing interest in schoolwork and celebrating achievements, developing a growth mindset through recognizing their efforts, communicating parental aspirations for student achievement, and exploring the student's own interests, talents, and dreams. Making a conducive place to study that is comfortable, inviting, and belonging, free of distraction, and resource-rich. Providing intellectually stimulating activities by reading together, visiting a museum, library, or state park, having conversations about education-related topics, having conversations about faith and family values. Educational planning for attaining the homeschool curriculum or school goals, attaining the student's own goals and the parent's goals and expectations. Advocating and finding resources by securing state or local assistance if needed, securing tutoring when needed, securing special accommodations, and finding remedial or other resources. Engaging in guidance and assistance through providing structure for self-discipline, monitoring of behavior and schoolwork, assisting with schoolwork, having conversations to provide context for learning, and being aware of and discussing family relationships, friendships, and so on. Being an example by demonstrating persistence and resilience, showing how to cope with stressful situations, and exhibiting an inquisitive desire to learn. In summary, education is part of the parent-child relationship. Therefore, parental engagement is a demonstration of that relationship. Now let's look at a related topic, which is engagement in faith development. There's church engagement, where the church is providing teaching for your children, and there's engagement in the home, where you, the parent, are actively teaching your children. Engagement in faith development means engaging with your child in their faith development, which gives the overall learning experiences their proper context. Because a student's identity is found in their family, new learning needs to be processed within the student's identity as a member of a Christian family, so it can have the proper meaning in their developing life. Therefore, make Bible reading and study part of their curriculum. Teach and model your family values for your children, and watch for conflicting values in the classroom, media, and relationships. Turn these into teaching opportunities. So what is parental engagement? It is the direct relational participation in and support of a child's learning and faith development in the home.